I'm dreading this. I've come to camp. Are there any signs saying don't camp? You know, I don't think there are. Obviously that gate there. You don't have to keep to the path. I don't know why it says keep to the path here. That plaque is redundant because this whole thing's open access. Countryside code, private property. Well, this is like open access. Right, I think I can camp here. There aren't any crazy signs. Don't do it. I'm gonna wild camp here. I'm gonna try anyway. Right, I'm gonna scope out camping spot. And I don't want to be too far from the car, but I do want to be far away enough from the public footpath that I can't really see much. And there's a dog ahead of me. Hopefully he's a friendly dog. Hello, doggo. What's up? What's up? Hello. Hello. Alright? What's up? Hey? Hello. Alright guys. I made it to public access. Wood up the hill and across the fields is not. And I've gone semi-glamping. There is no way I'd be able to get away with this stuff, the amount of stuff I've brought for a real wild camp on Dartmoor. I basically did 3 trips and I've got my ice box with me. But yeah, I've got stuff there and I'm gonna try, seeing as I'm like glamping and I'm not that far from my car. I went just far away from my car, just far enough that it's only a sort of short walk to get to where it is. And there's like a V in the public footpath. One's the real public footpath that runs somewhere over there behind those nettles and brambles. And then nearer to me I've got the road, which people can't really see through, and the other footpath, which isn't the public footpath, but it's public access. I don't know how often people apart from me go on that one. So I'm going to put you on the tripod and do a time lapse of me setting up. Only got limited resources with the batteries today because my first one of 3 ran out. And yeah, this will be my camp. I've already got a little tree stump there. And I'm gonna try and combine tarp with a tent, which I could only get away with on this kind of trip. I won't be able to do it any other trip. Tarp and tent. And I'm gonna rope it to the trees, so I haven't brought the tarp poles.
Dream about me. Lie on the phone to me. Tell me no truth. If it is bad, there's enough in my life to make me so sad. Just dream about someone else tonight. Babe, oh, dream about me on the phone, talking quietly. I wanna be yours, I want you to be mine. Red skies for all time. So dream about us when we're old. Just dream about how I will let go.
Well, I don't currently know which way I want the exits to face. I kind of wanted one exit, because the design of this tent is like there are two doors on either side, but they're in a very particular place. Here we go, here's the narrow bit. You've got a narrow triangle, and then you've got a door there, which I want facing the tree stump, and a door there, which is currently facing, it's a bit messy on the ground there, I could trip, there's spikes, but that's facing away from the public footpaths. Whereas I could twist the tent to face that way, if you know what I mean. So this narrow bit here is around here. See, I can see no doors here because this is the wide bit. And then that way, if I have one door facing the tree stump, I've got another door facing, well, basically the public footpath. But if I get out of the tent, there's not much I can stab myself on because I've sort of cleared this area. So I might do that actually. And then I'm thinking of doing the tarp. On one of those trees, hang the tarp, like as a line, like a rooftop. And then one of these trees, I'm not really sure, I guess that tree, because my lines won't stretch very far. So that tree, and then attached to one of these three, whichever one it can reach. That one or that one, if it can reach, would be better. Yeah, so I'll rearrange the doors and then I'll see what it's like inside and then get working on the tarp. Note to self, my tent pole bag is getting holes in.
Tell me no truth. If it is bad, there's enough in my life to make me so sad.
That was weird. I just cleared an area here. I don't think I need my roof on my tent this time. Let's get tarping.
Just dream about color fills our lives.
Oops.
Just dream about someone else tonight. Just dream about color fills our song. Just dream about how I will let go. All that we needed was right. The threshold is breaking tonight. Open to everything, happy and sad. Seeing the good when it's all going bad. Seeing the sun when I can't really see. Hoping the sun will at least look at me. Focus on everything better today. All that I needed I never could say. Hold on to people, they're slipping away.
Managed to get some proper pine sap on me. This exit, I need enough room to get out, but also I was trying to hide it from the footpath. So I wasn't sure what to do. I guess it's no longer camouflage this side. Okay, we've got one more corner to figure out, and I don't know where it's going to go. I like it to attach to a tree, but I don't know if it'll reach any. Well, maybe it'll reach this one. Yeah, I'll try this one. I mean, you can't see it because I'm right beside you. Don't do too much. Oh, I hope I'm not going to trip over any of these. It's a little bit low ceiling for a tall guy like me. Yeah. What's up? Okay for a first attempt, I guess. Do you walk around?
You want some death sticks?
Oh, looks quite nice from this side. Lots of things for me to duck under and over. There we go. Well, this is a different type of camping, isn't it? I'm not used to this. My first woods camp. It worked out nice with the top. The only problem is all my cords that I use are too short. All my cords that I use to do it to the tree. I've seen loads of people put a tarp up and they just do it in one single cable, one single rope. Whereas for me, I couldn't get one single rope to span past the tarp, through the tarp, and past the tarp again. So I've had to just tie out the edges. Luckily there's some tie out points on the corner of the roof bit, and I've had to do that. It's kind of worked though. I don't think we're anticipating rain or wind, so hopefully these big tall pine trees aren't going to drop debris on my head. But I wouldn't want to come out here when it's windy or when there's a storm or anything like that, because I don't know what would happen from above. Deadfall. Random things coming off the trees. Tiny bit of breeze up there, but it's just waving the top of the pines. It's very peaceful down here. I wouldn't say cool, like it's not cooling down. This is a 30 degrees heat wave day. The sun's reaching through the trees and I don't know, being under the shade, I mean it must be cooler than being out of the woods in the open, but it doesn't feel cool, it's just like warm. But it's okay. I like the peacefulness of it, and I like it's like very occasionally a breeze, I think one's coming now, just starts brushing through the treetops. Not down here, but up there. That's quite cool. Lots of insects around, but they're not like super tenacious. It's mainly just like hoverflies and things. Look, did some decorating. Trying out my bug mosquito net for later. How's this look? It does go over one of my hats. Looks so random. Come and get me, mosquitoes. Come on. I'm ready for you now. Well, that's my first person on the far footpath that I've seen. Oh, actually, it's the person who was on the near footpath. There's one running along behind me that is a lot closer. But that one's a lot further, and I just went down there to see how visible my tent was from there. And it's not very visible from that direction. Also, absolute hordes of flies on the brambles there for some reason. Don't know why. So it's 3:40 PM and it is so hot, dude. I've just been like slowly walking through the woods looking for a couple of miniature logs, I guess. What I'm trying to do, there's the one tigress, that's a pain in the ass to set up. I wish I had one of them foldy boxes, what was it, Bush Box XL, where you just fold it and it comes into place. That is now one single dangler. I'm trying to do something. This is not to create a grill, although it looks like I'm trying to create a grill that's above the bush box. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to use the grill for the bush box to sit on so I can raise it up the floor. But to do that, I need things underneath it. Even the small branch is good enough. I need things underneath the bush box. Not the bush box, things underneath the grill to raise it up and then put the bush box on top. And I don't know, it's just so hot and I'm wandering around in the woods here trying to find a couple of mini logs that have fallen or something. Not having much success. Right, after much faffing, this is what I came up with. It seems pretty sturdy. Sit on there, hopefully. And we'll feed it a little bit of this stuff that's a bit like silver birch. Starting this fire now, 2 matches and it did not want to burn at all. Kind of like last time. So I'm going to use the fire dragon blocks. That's lit now. Now it's working. Now I just don't want some weirdo to approach my tent and tarp and tell me that I can't cook anything and that I have to pack up and leave or something like that. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
The die is cast, make no exceptions.
7% back. It's not just overheating. I did like 4 tomatoes. It's weird eating hot tomatoes on their own. Couldn't cook them with the bacon because none of my pots are big enough. The fire's not big enough. It's gone okay. These are garlic dough balls. I'm trying to use the last of the heat on them. I don't know if it's working or not. There are some red embers in there. I wonder if I can blow on it gently. Second hiker or third hiker I've seen today. There we go, there's the last of it. Seems like it's been done good enough. Now I have to douse that fire with my ice, which is now turned to water. They're a little bit underdone. They're a little bit underdone, but they're partially crispy. Alright, the fire's doused. The pots and pans are ready for washing. I've had the dinner. It went alright. I realised I didn't have oil for bacon or meat or anything. I keep forgetting I need to buy that Fry Light stuff. You can get like a little spray oil thing that's useful for cooking. I always forget to use oil. And I also forgot to bring a bunch of water with me, so I thought, oh, it doesn't matter, I've got water mixed with juice in one little bottle, I'll use that. And then I didn't lay the one Tigress stove out correctly, I think. There's like 2 trays you slot in underneath, and one of them's got grills, and another one's got a flat base, and there's just two slots for them, like there and there. And I put the one with the flat base lower, I think, and the one with the grills higher, and they're going to be, I think, the other way around. And then my ice melted really fast. I have the tub of ice, and I was using that to cool down the things I bought from the fridge, which is the bacon, the garlic dough balls, some pineapple, and a milkshake. I was just putting them in there to keep them cool, and in the car it doesn't defrost so fast, but out here today it defrosted hell of a fast, and so I was like, oh fuck, I have to make my dinner at like 4 o'clock because all my ice has turned to water that was keeping it cold. I was going to wait until it was nearer dark to do it, but I thought, I'll do it now, seeing as it's not being kept cold anymore. It was alright. I think there was 6 bacon rashers, and the first batch I did, like I put them to one side when they were cooked, and I went to sort out the next load, and they were cold when I started, and I wanted to do the tomatoes together with the bacon, and I couldn't, so it was all like separate and everything. Yeah, luckily no sneaky crazy people came up to me while I was camping out here and saying no camping, or cooking out here and saying no fires or whatever. No crazy people came out to complain, which is excellent. Another note on that. Note on crazy people. I went down to the Hellmouth town because my local shop didn't have... I wanted a bag of ice, obviously. Local shop didn't have any, so I drove off to the Hellmouth town, and they're like trying to host some weird pride parade type thing. SJW, feminist, far left bullshit. They're calling it Fringe, like, you know, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, where that used to be like a... I always thought that used to be like a thing for comedians to, you know, gather and show off their stand-up routines or something. I guess that was only a small part of it, and then like it just became this hippie commie thing. And so they're doing that in Tavistock, in the Hellmouth. And I'm just like, fuck, I've got to get out of town. I don't want to spend any time longer here than I need to. The first shop I went to, I paid parking to get in a multi-story, and it was just like I'd lost money doing it. It was so stupid because I just wanted ice, basically, and not much else. Maybe ice and some tomatoes. And I paid parking in the multi-story, went down to the shop. You got any ice? No, no ice at all. I was just like, oh, what the fuck? Just went out again. Wasted parking. So I was like shop hopping, and I was trying to avoid this weird Pride Parade carnival fringe festival thing that was going on with the SJWs. I could see them like doing some weird drumming thing in the town centre. They didn't seem to have closed off the roads, but I think either the day's thing or a different thing, which is like a carnival, they're going to close off the roads. So yeah, just had to get out of there as fast as I could because I do not want to be involved in that kind of stuff at all. It's like going to a BLM protest or something, or a feminist thing, women's march. So I think for the most part, I dodged crazy people today. Let me think about that. Did I? Yeah, I think so. I think I dodged crazy people. The people I briefly said hello to or greeted as I passed weren't crazy. Said hi to a man's dog, said hi to a woman with a dog who found my tent here, and people in the shops. Third place I went to had ice. Yeah, everyone was fairly normal, and I didn't get into any unnecessary conversations with crazy people. That's a win for the day for me, because we're so utterly surrounded by it these days at the moment. We've got a cool breeze finally blowing through. I mean, it's not a cool breeze, it's just like it comes and goes, and it's just a little bit cooler than it was, and it's 5:35. Last time I checked my phone, it had 100% charge, so fingers crossed it stays like that, and I can use it in the night to listen to videos and podcasts if I get internet to help me get to sleep. Don't know what the ground's going to be like here. Seems like there's a lot of spiky stuff around. This weird, snaky, spiky bark. I don't know which tree this comes from, but there's a lot of that around. The other stuff's not too bad. These are quite soft to put the tent on and sit on. No problem with those. Just the weird, jagged... These things, what are they? What are they? They're spiky and jaggy. Don't like them. And I'm glad I didn't put the tent over there near where the brambles are, because it's just an absolute horde of flies. You just like step near a bush and it's like, it disturbs them and they're like... It's like you're passing a wasp's nest. You're like, oh fuck, is there bees or wasps here? No, it's just flies coming off the brambles. Fuck. I haven't seen any special animals. There's been an inquisitive hoverfly who's just been investigating all my bags. Those are tame, I don't mind them. There was one tick, I had one tick on my leg earlier and I flicked it into oblivion, and I haven't seen any more ticks since then. No, can't see any other ticks. I will keep looking at my legs though in case there is one. But yeah, it doesn't seem a place where there are tons of them, but if you sit in the wrong place, there are some of them. I'm quite looking forward to when the sun dips down. Where's the sun now? The sun is up there. So I'm quite looking forward to when that dips down to nearer sunset and it's still coming through the trees, because maybe we'll get some orangey light. Anyway, you guys are on the third battery, so you don't have much charge left. Let me see how much you got. 88% on this battery. So I'll show you as much as I can before this battery dies. Third of 3. Hopefully I'll be able to see you some through the trees, orangey light, sunset. Getting ready to go to sleep. Something in the night perhaps. And then getting up in the morning on the other side. But yeah, kind of rationing my camera at the moment. It's been quite nice apart from the heat. I mean, it's just when the heat is that strong and oppressive like earlier. You just can't think. And I've been struggling with that for the past few days. Like when I did that stickle path to South Taunton hike. That was just like a ridiculously hot day all day long. And I just had a little hike at the end of it just to make something out of the day, because before that I hadn't done anything, and it's just like it fries your mind and turns it to mush. So I think the temperatures need to dip down to like 22, and around then I think I'll be able to go outside and I'll be like functioning as a normal human being. I have no idea how people put up with these sorts of temperatures and higher in like Arizona or, you know, equatorial countries. Maybe they all have really nice pools and air conditioning in every room. I don't know. These pine cones, they're working pretty well as scourers for my bush box thing. Try and get some of the coal marks off. Straighten you guys out. Trying to straighten you right up.
She speaks, her lips are kissing the air on her face. I don't always understand her. I love her embrace. The Eorpean female, she's here. The Eorpean female's here. We'll be together for 1,000 years. And do you really feel that you might have found? I saw her in the Strasse and in the rue as well. Pursued her in the high street. She had me in a spell.
We'll get some sort of look at sunset.
We'll be together for 1,000 years. And do you really think that you might find?
It's can you see me with this glow on my face? Maybe you can see me. It's reached 2 AM. There's a bit of wind whipping out in the trees out there, and I keep hearing a little bit of deadfall. I don't know if that's a technical term for it. You hear this kind of crispy and then, I mean, this is one big one. I heard a douche I guess south of my position by I don't know how many meters, like not close but like a walk away from me to the south, I guess. Just crispy in the high trees while the wind's whipping around. I can hear the wind whipping around in the high treetops as it was when I was sitting there earlier, but a little bit stronger, and then doosh, like something hit the floor from a fall. And I hope nothing like that happens above me and above my tarp and my dome tent, because I don't think my tarp and my dome tent would be able to survive it. And it would be quite sudden. I'd just hear a crispy thing and then it would be landing on me. Right, I'm making the call for a little spooky break. What was it? 2:20 AM. Just gonna have a toilet break, but while I'm doing that, but I'll also show you the tent, see what's out there, what it looks like for a moment. Okay, I've just tent exited, and how spooky is it? Let's see how spooky it is. Okay, GoPro doesn't like this, so I'm going to swap my lights to give you more light. Okay, little light in there, big light with me. Now, hopefully you should be able to see a little bit more on this weak ass GoPro. Is there any dead fall? How many insects are there? That's what the tent's looking like. Let's just remember what my area is like. Just trying to remind myself of the geography. I think I put toilet stuff down that alley there, so I'll go down there to go to the toilet. Somewhere down there. I won't show you that, obviously, because that would be crazy. Had to get some spooky wood time in, some outdoor stuff. I don't think there's any crazy animals milling around. Bright settings. What's happening around here? Well, it's not as terrifying as I thought it might be. You actually see stars, actually. I think, well, you can't see them, but that's cool. I can see kind of stars through the trees. But yeah, there's wind in the high treetops, and I'm sure I heard the crispy douche somewhere out there. Where was it? I think it was out there somewhere. My main worry is, like, don't bend over or move too close to these trees, because some of these snap off because they're dead wood, but other ones, like that one, just stay in place because they're still living. And so if you just obviously gonna like poke your eye out, like Mission Impossible 1 moment in the elevator shaft, if I go too close to any of these trees. I've put my rubbish high up so that if there's an animal this time, because in that campsite I attached my rubbish to the outside of my tent, the hedgehog was in the night just like tugging at my guy ropes. So if there's a fox or something in the night this time, they'd have to scuffle up this tree to try and get stuff. Haven't heard anything like that. Alright, back to bed, and I'll see you in the morning. Catch you later, folks. Morning. Got a little bit of a cooler breeze happening now. Yes, some doggos. It is 8:10 now. On the other side. I didn't sleep too much. I think I was on alert mode every time a strong breeze came. Just listening out for the cracks of the branches, seeing if anything was going on there. It was the first time I had a warm night in the tent though. And it was comfy, but I didn't really sleep until, I guess I slept on the end there in the morning. I slept somewhere between 5 and 8. That's when I slept, I think. Yeah. I can hear a bit of the breeze now. Not as strong as it was during the night though. There was a dog running around out there just now. So the dog walkers were out. I only had 8 hikers yesterday passing me. 8 or 9, something like that. Gonna get up soon and see about putting this beast away. What's my battery like? Ah, 69. Nice. There are a lot more hikers around here. It's more popular in the mornings, I guess. I was going to say there's no insects around. And there's basically no insects around, but I did see one lone fly when I got out of my tent. The tent's dry, I think. That's a first. The tent is bone dry. What about this? That's dry too. That's the first time. I mean, it's got little needles and things on it, but yeah, I guess it's dirty is the main thing. However you want to define dirt, I guess. Technically it's not dirt, but camping here in the woods has been fun and interesting, but there's a lot of dirt, like just walking around and stuff. I notice I get a lot of random moss just adhering itself to my shoes, and there's a lot of different, you obviously got the pine cones and you got all the different, like this stuff to clear, and the pine needles, got a lot of that, the moss, and then you got the sharp ribbed stuff which I was talking about the other day, and this stuff which I used for the fire, and a lot of stuff sticking itself to you. In the summer you get a lot of insects, although this is the most insect free I've seen it. I've only seen 2 insects so far. It's not actually, is there any insects wedged in my tent, like in the roof or anything? No, not really. So that's different. Like if I did this on Dartmoor, there'd be like a couple of flies and a spider or something inside the roof of my tent, and my tent would be wet because of what I'm calling the dirtiness. Although it's not really dirt, it's so dry that it sticks to your shoes and stuff, but it's so dry that you just spend your time brushing stuff, I think. Whereas if you did a woods camp like this in the winter, I think, or when it's wet and windy or something, which I wouldn't advise being in a place like this when it's windy, more windy than this. I mean, you can hear the breeze now, but yeah. But the wet plus all the stuff that sticks to you, I think you're your tent would get absolutely covered in this stuff and it would stick to your tent and it would be a lot harder to clear off. So yeah, that's interesting. My first woods camp has gone very well. I think it's worked better because it's the height of summer and it wouldn't be as good in winter. And it's definitely more fun, and I don't know, I'm not sure if it's more attractive than more camping. It is very pretty though, very characterful. It's got a different flavour to it, a different feel. And this is a pine plantation woods, so I haven't tried woods camping in like a deciduous woods. And I was thinking of some time trying to camp at the place I always forget the name of on East Dartmoor that I drove past the other day. It's not coming to me. Right, let's use this 63% for takedown time. Time lapse. There's where we were. And as always, don't join collectivist cults.
Thank you for watching.